Harumafuji Kohei. Born April 14, 1984 as Davanayaman Byambadorj. Previously known as Ama Kohei, is a Mongolian former professional sumo wrestler. Harumafuji is a native of Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. His father was a Mongolian wrestler, holding a rank roughly equivalent to sumo's sekawaki. Byambadorj appeared at the Naadam, a Mongolian games festival that includes wrestling, at the age of 15. He was scouted by former Yokozuna Harumafuji in July 2000 and subsequently joined Ajigawa stable, now Isagahama stable. He took the Shirkona or ring name Ama Kohei and made his first appearance in January 2001. He reached the top Makuchi division in November 2004, rising slowly to Kamasubi in May 2006. However, a disappointing 4-11 result in this tournament sent him back to the Megashira ranks. On the eve of the January 2007 tournament, Ama's father was killed in a traffic accident. Nevertheless, he turned in a strong 10-5 record there and earned promotion back to Kamasubi for March. In May 2007, he made his debut at Sekawake, becoming the 9th foreign-born Rikishi to do so. He held his rank with an 8-7 record. In September 2007, under the Kamasubi rank, Ama defeated new Yokozuna Harumafuji on the opening day and also beat 2 ozeki. He also memorably defeated newcomer Gaido with a spectacular technique known as Okiratsuri or rear lifting body slam. He finished with a 10-5 score and won his first Shukuin Show or Outstanding Performance award. He picked up his second in November with another defeat of Harumafuji, and earned promotion back to Sekawake. In the January 2008 tournament, Ama was the only wrestler to defeat Harumafuji, during Harumafuji's successful bid for the tournament championship. This was also his third consecutive defeat of the Yokozuna, and this victory helped him to win his third Shukuin Show in a row. However, he failed to score more than 9 wins, denting his hopes for ozeki promotion, which normally requires 3 consecutive double-figure scores. After a poor start to the March 2008 tournament, he had to win his last 4 matches to barely preserve his rank with an 8-7 record. On the 8th day of the May 2008 tournament, he amazed audiences by defeating Wakanoho with a perfectly executed uchirai or spin throw on the bales. After the match, Wakanoho acted violently and was warned. On the 10th day, Ama also threw Yokozuna Harumafuji into the seats with an overarm throw, ending his winning streak. After the tournament, Ama was awarded his third technique prize. Promotion to ozeki. In the July 2008 tournament, he achieved a double-figure score for the first time at Sekawake, and won another technique prize. In the September 2008 tournament, Ama finished with 12 wins, recording his second Junyusho, second-place finish, an informal designation, and was awarded his 4th Outstanding Performance award. The November 2008 tournament was the most successful yet for Ama, as he won 13 bouts, including his bout against Harumafuji, and his 35 victories over the last 3 tournaments exceeded the 33 generally required for ozeki promotion. He reached a playoff against Harumafuji as a result and lost. Still, his promotion was now inevitable. He was awarded his 5th technique prize and achieved another Junyusho. On November 26, 2008, Ama was promoted to ozeki by the Sumo Association, and on the occasion had his fighting surname changed to Harumafuji. The name was chosen by his stable master, Harumafuji. Ozeki career. Harumafuji's debut tournament as an ozeki in January 2009 was inauspicious. Debuting a new name and a new, silver-colored mawashi, he lost his first 4 matches. On the 5th day he returned to the ring in his customary black mawashi, rallied, and by the end of the tournament secured an 8-7 majority of wins. He did better in the following tournament in March, defeating Asashoryu and winning 10 bouts. In May he went undefeated in his first 12 matches until he was beaten by Harumafuji on day 13 with a rare leg sweep, Suso Harai. Harumafuji recovered to defeat Asashoryu the next day with an outer leg trip, Sotogake. With Hakuho falling to Kotushu on the same day, both men went into day 15 with identical 13-1 records. Harumafuji defeated Kotushu for a career-best 14-1 record while Hakuho was victorious over Asashoryu, setting up a playoff. Harumafuji defeated Hakuho with an underarm throw, Shitatanage, to win his first top division championship. He became the third Mongolian to win the Emperor's Cup, and the eighth foreigner overall. Harumafuji's mother was in the audience to see him awarded the trophy by Japanese Prime Minister Taro Aso. However, in the following July Basho he recorded only a disappointing 9-6. He pulled out of the November 2010 tournament on day 4 having injured his right ankle in a defeat to Takinishin. In July 2011, Harumafuji won his second championship, defeating Hakuho on the 14th day to win his 14th straight match and establish a 2-win lead over his rival. This stopped Hakuho's streak of consecutive yusho at 7. It was also Harumafuji's first time since his first yusho that he had won more than 10 bouts in a tournament. Harumafuji commented after his victory, "I really wrestled the sumo of my life. I've had many troubles and injuries since becoming ozeki, but I kept training and got support from a lot of people." He lost his final day match to Kisena Sato to finish with 14-1. However, any chance of immediate promotion to Yokozuna ended when he scored only 8-7 in the following tournament. Weighing in at 133 kilograms in November 2012, Harumafuji became the first Yokozuna since Chiyonofuji in 1982 to also be the lightest man in the top division. Promotion to Yokozuna. In the May 2012 tournament, Harumafuji finished with a nearly even record of 8-7. In his final match, he defeated Hakuho for his 8th win of the tournament, beginning a winning streak. He bounced back in July as he won his third championship without losing a bout, beating Hakuho on the last day for his first Zensho Yusho, winning every match in the tournament. Harumafuji got his chance to earn promotion to Yokozuna for the third time in his career. In a September tournament, Harumafuji defeated Hakuho once again to win his fourth championship and another consecutive Zensho Yusho. Having won 2 successive tournaments, Harumafuji met the criteria for promotion to Yokozuna. Following this performance, he was formally promoted to be the 70th Yokozuna on September 26, 2012. This promotion made him the third consecutive Mongolian-born wrestler, following Asashoryu and Hakuho, to achieve this rank. He attended a ceremony bestowing him the title, and said with the awareness of what it means to be a Yokozuna, "I will devote my body and soul to the way of sumo." He performed his first Yokozuna Dohyo Iri ring entering ceremony on September 28, 2012, in front of 3,000 people at the Meiji Shrine in Tokyo, with a Minashiki as the sword carrier and Takarafuji as the dew sweeper. After the 2-minute ceremony was over, he said, "I aim to carry out a beautiful Dohyo-iri." His stable master had coached him the previous day on how to do the ring entering ceremony in the Shiranui style, the style used by himself as an active Yokozuna. Yokozuna career. Harumafuji's first tournament as a Yokozuna in November 2012 was a disappointing one, as he gave up a Kinboshi to Okanumi on just the second day, and from 9-1 up finished with a 9-6 record. He became the first new Yokozuna ever to lose his last 5 matches. Despite being criticized heavily for his lackluster debut at the rank of Yokozuna, Harumafuji bounced back with a tremendous showing in the following tournament, winning all 15 matches, for his third Zensho Yusho. He struggled again in March, giving up Kinboshi to Takayasu, Kyotaryu and Toyonashima, and also losing his last 3 matches. He did slightly better in the May tournament, scoring 11-4, but was never in contention for the championship. In the November tournament of 2013, he won his second championship as a Yokozuna with a 14-1 record, decided by a final day victory over Hakuho. Harumafuji performing his Yokozuna ring entering ceremony in May 2014. Harumafuji was not able to build on this success as he had to sit out the January 2014 tournament due to injury, and subsequently was not in contention for the championship on the final day of any tournament in 2014. Excluding the March tournament where he won his first 11 matches before losing 3 in a row, he was not a serious contender at all in any of the tournament's second weeks, having dropped at least 2 matches before the midway point in 3 of them, and withdrawing from the September tournament due to an eye injury during the first week. Thus 2014 was his first year without a championship since 2010. Harumafuji was a runner-up in January 2015's opening tournament of the year with an 11-4 record, his second runner-up performance as a Yokozuna and first since March 2014. He withdrew from the July 2015 tournament in Nagoya on just the second day after injuring his right elbow, and the injury also kept him out of the following tournament in September. This means his title drought had extended to 2 years by the time he made his comeback at the November 2015 tournament in Kyushu. He was defeated on the second day by Osuna Arashi, but won his next 12 bouts, including victories over his fellow Yokozuna Hakuho and Kokuryu, to enter the final day with a 1-match lead over Hakuho and the Megashira Tenshohosen. He lost to Kisena Sato to end the tournament at 13-2 but claimed the championship when Hakuho was beaten by Kokuryu in the final match. Harumafuji commented, "I wanted to win the championship with a victory, but I am happy I could respond to expectations of the fans." In January 2016, Harumafuji defeated Hakuho on the final day to end with a 12-3 record, which placed him in a tie for second behind the upset winner Kotoshajiku. In March he posted a moderate 9-6 in a tournament which saw him struggling with a knee injury in addition to his chronic ankle problems, 38, after a solid but unremarkable 10-5 in May. He returned to his best at Nagoya in July. Despite giving up Kinboshi to Okanumi on day 3 and Yoshike's on day 9, he won his last 6 matches to win his 8th top division championship. He defeated his main challenger, Kisena Sato, on day 13 and avoided a playoff by beating Hakuho by Yorikiri in the last match of the tournament. After winning the Nagoya tournament for the 3rd time, he said, "I've been fortunate here. I love the people of Nagoya. The accumulated effort of each and every day got me to today. I focused on giving everything I had and leaving with no regrets. I've been dealing with a lot of injuries lately, but I was able to win because of my stablemaster's help and the support of sumo-loving fans. I felt like I could really put everything on the line in every bout, every day." In the January 2017 tournament, Harumafuji gave away 2 Kinboshi on days 2 and 3. To Mitakumi and Shohozen respectively. With those losses, Harumafuji has given away 32 Kinboshi total. Harumafuji won the next 3 days, but then pulled out on day 7, citing an injury. In May 2017, he was the co-leader with Hakuho, remaining unbeaten until day 11 when he lost to Mitakumi. He finished with 11-4. In this tournament he moved into the all-time top 10 for top division victories, with 690. Harumafuji was the only other Yokozuna apart from Hakuho to complete the July 2017 tournament, where he scored 11-4 again. His stablemaster indicated that he may need to undergo surgery on a persistent injury to his elbow, but Harumafuji later decided not to have the surgery. He was the sole Yokozuna to enter the September 2017 tournament after Hakuho, Kokuryu and Kisena Sato all withdrew due to injury. He was defeated by Megashira Kotoshajiku on day 3 after he apparently stopped fighting after the initial charge, expecting the bout to be called as Mata. He was criticized by the head of the Japan Sumo Association, Hakaku, for giving up. However, he rallied after standing at 2-3 on day 5 to win 9 of his 10 remaining bouts, including tournament leader Gaido on day 15 to force a playoff, with both men tied on identical 11-4 records. Harumafuji won the playoff to take his 9th career Yusho. His 11-4 record was the lowest to win a top division championship since 1996. Assault and subsequent retirement. After Harumafuji lost his first 2 bouts of the November 2017 tournament, Japanese newspaper Sports Nippon reported that Harumafuji had assaulted fellow Mongolian wrestler Takanoiwa during a regional sumo tour in Tottori in late October. According to the report and other sources, Harumafuji was drinking with other Mongolian sumo wrestlers, who included Kohei, Kokuryu and Terunofuji as well as Japanese wrestlers, and was admonishing Takanoiwa over his behavior. Angered that Takanoiwa was looking at his cell phone at the time, Harumafuji struck him in the head with a beer bottle and punched him 20 to 30 times. Takanoiwa's head injury, which included a skull fracture, forced him to miss the entire November 2017 tournament, which subsequently resulted in his demotion from Megashira No. 8 to Juryo No. 3. Harumafuji's stablemaster, Isagahama, admitted the incident to officials with the Japan Sumo Association. Harumafuji told the press that he sincerely apologized for causing trouble. He withdrew from the rest of the November 2017 tournament, citing a left elbow injury. The Japan Sumo Association announced that they would investigate the incident, but any ruling or punishment would not be announced until the conclusion of the tournament. After Harumafuji flew back from Fukuoka to Tokyo, he was questioned by Tottori police as part of their own investigation. He was then questioned by the Sumo Association's Crisis Management Panel, where he admitted to assaulting Takanoiwa. Tottori police were set to refer the incident to prosecutors by the end of the year. Mongolian Yokozuna Harumafuji, who was present at the incident, told the press before Day 5 of the tournament that he owed a deep apology to the sumo world and the public. Contrary to media reports, Harumafuji insisted Harumafuji was holding a beer bottle, but it slipped out of his hands. Harumafuji claimed that he broke up the fight and took Harumafuji out of the room. Conflicting reports over subsequent days suggested an ice pick, ashtray, microphone or karaoke remote control may have been used instead, while Harumafuji himself said he used only his bare hands. On November 29, 2017, Isagahama said that Harumafuji had decided to retire. He submitted Harumafuji's letter of resignation to the Japan Sumo Association, and Harumafuji held a press conference later that day in which he said, "As Yokozuna, I feel responsible for injuring Takanoiwa, and so will retire from today." He did not go into details about the incident but added, "I had heard that he was lacking in manners and civility and thought it was my duty as a senior wrestler to correct and teach him. But I went too far." He also denied that he had been drinking to excess. On December 20, 2017, the YDC said that they would have recommended Harumafuji's resignation had he not already retired, and that there needed to be a clear standard set for future cases. The chairman of the YDC said Harumafuji, a Yokozuna who should be a role model to all wrestlers, showed abusive behavior that led to injury. A Yokozuna must bear this heavy responsibility. Tottori prosecutors officially indicted Harumafuji on December 28, 2017 in summary court. Prosecutors felt that the public backlash over the incident, combined with Takanoiwa's desire to see Harumafuji punished, warranted a filing in summary court, rather than a higher court where there would have been a full trial with lawyer examinations. On January 3, 2018, Harumafuji was fined 500,000 yen, for $1,400. Since his retirement, Harumafuji has been working in an unofficial capacity as a coach at Isagahama Stable. His Danpatsushiki, or official retirement ceremony, was held on September 30, 2018 at the Ryogoku Kokujikan. He has also opened a school in Mongolia, with Japanese-style education. His memoir, Body and Soul, was released in January 2019. Harumafuji won 10 special prizes for his achievements in tournaments. He went on to win a total of 9 top division championships, 3 of them with a perfect record. He was the sport's 70th Yokozuna from 2012 to 2017, making him the third Mongolian and fifth overall non-Japanese wrestler to attain sumo's highest rank.